Hey guys, welcome to the final draft lookover for season 1 of the PSN, and today we're doing the draft lookover of Max, coach of the Jamaican Smokin' Weedles. Um, so yeah, so this is his team. I helped out a bit. I made him this whole perfect team, right? And then around the 6th pick, he was looking at Crocodile, which was he got sniped by Sebastian, right? He was looking at Crocodile and he was so mad that he just aborted all plans that of the team that I made for him, and he just started going like he just picked up like, okay, this sucks with my team. It isn't very good as like a general overall Pokemon, but I'm gonna pick it just because I got sniped, right? And then from after at around the 6th pick, it just started getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And it sucks because he did have the very first overall pick, so it gave him the opportunity to have an amazing team. But yeah, so we're going to see what he can do with the team. And of course, since he had the first overall pick, he had to pick some sort of power, right? And well, if you've been looking at the past few teams and looking at what's been drafted, uh, we all know that some of the more powerful Mons have already been taken. So what is a very powerful Mon that was not taken and he could have picked first overall? Well, it is none other than the amazing Mon of Mega Lopunny. So Mega Lopunny is amazing in draft format because it gets fake out and it gets so fast as well as having scrappy, so pretty much nothing can swap into that high jump kick. Okay, that high jump kick is hitting everything. Okay? So that's one thing that makes it amazing. It just hits hard. It gets all the punches, like elemental punches, ice, thunder, and fire punch, which are it's very good. So yeah, that's just some of the good things about Mega Lopunny. So with his second pick, it came all back around, and he was looking for at a bulky water. He's kind of looking at my Milotic, but it got taken. So he had a choice between the Pokemon that he was about to pick up and Suicune. They were both available, but he decided to pick up Rotom Wash over Suicune because Rotom Wash gets access to Volt Switch, which is very important, and it's the start of his Volt Turn core. And also, it's just a very good mon. It gets better recovery than Suicune, in my opinion. Suicune gets rest. This thing gets Pain Split, which is, I think Pain Split's way better than rest. And also, it just has a very good type, only being weak to grass. And his next mon uh, is resistant to grass. So his next mon, he's actually going to go down to back in tier 1. He's going to grab Scizor. Rotom's only weakness is grass. Scizor is resistant to grass. Scizor's only weakness is fire. Rotom Wash is resistant to fire. So they pair together perfectly. Yeah. And it just makes them two amazing mons. And then having Mega Lopunny on this team also just makes it even better. So now he's looking at his team. It's not very bulky right now. Like, I know that Rotom Wash and Scizor can both be run bulky, but he doesn't have many, like, bulk, something that has bad attack but can hit hard. So he goes down to tier 3, and he's actually going to grab Florges out of tier 3. Florges, just a dedicated wall. It's his first cleric and his first wish passer, and I say first because he does get some more. And it's just all around an amazing mon. It can hit that toxic button, and it gets a pretty unique ability in Symbiosis, and I'd like to see him try and use it. I know in his first week 1 battle, I helped him team build, and I didn't understand how Symbiosis worked. So what I thought happened was when one of the things on your team loses the item, Florges gives its item to the thing on the team, right? So I kind of ruined his Florges for the week 1 battle because of that. That's not how it works. It actually works where if Florges loses its item, it takes the opponent's item, right? So yeah, that's how Florges works. But yeah, it's a pretty good pick. So now he's actually gonna go into tier 2, and he's actually gonna pick up Celebi. Now Celebi is an amazing mon. Celebi is another cleric. It gets Heal Bell. And it can do amazing things like set up rocks, which I don't think he has yet. He has a defogger, but he does not have a rapid spinner, which is something that he is going to grab a little bit later on. And yeah, it's just an all-around very good mon. It has the base 100 stats, which lets it hit everything kind of hard. And now right here, this is where the game plan kind of went out the window. So he has his top 5, and these top 5 mons, This is a very good team right now. Rotom Wash, Scizor, Celebi, Florges, Megalopunny, and he was going to draft Crocodile as another tier 3. But it gets sniped, I think like 2 picks before him, or 1 pick before him. So he throws everything out the window. He spends 100 coins on Breloom. That is his second fighting and his second grass type. I don't even know what he was trying to do at all with this pick. But I just kind of let him do it because, of course, it's not my draft to do for him. It's his draft. I just gave him some ideas. He started out with the ideas, didn't finish out with them, and I'd like to see what he can do with Breloom if he ends up dumping it, if he ends up trading it, if he ends up keeping it, and how it works, because I know Breloom's his favorite Pokemon. But yeah, another thing that was kind of weird was that Amoonguss was available at the time and he didn't pick it. But right here, now he's going to go back a bit to the game plan, and he's actually going to grab Dragalge. Now that he's grabbed Dragalge, he really has minimal coins left, like very minimal coins left. Um, but it's all fine. Um, yeah, I don't really know much about Dragalge. It hits super hard with adaptability. It can also set up T-spikes, which is good. So he can set up rocks, but he really doesn't have a very good way of getting them away, like Defog on Scizor, but that's really it. So now he's going to go and grab out of tier 4. He's going to pick up Embor. So Embor hits super hard. It can get Scarfed. It can be banded. I just think that it is a very good mon, and I hope that he can use it correctly. It also finishes off his Fire, Water, Grass core, and he's done his Fairy Dragon Steel core, so now he can just work on getting some more attack, now he can work on getting some more defensive mons, because Embor's an all-out attacker, Megalopunny's an all-out attacker, Dragalge's an all-out attacker, Scizor's an all-out attacker, Breloom is like kind of mixed, so is Celebi, and then Florges and Rotom are defensive mons, so he needs a bit more defense. But right now, he's just going to pick up another Mixed Mon, which I think really helps out his team. He's going to pick up Tornadus T. But, so yeah, Tornadus T, it hits hard, it gets, that Hurricane, and it gets Regenerator U-turn, which is amazing. So although it's weak to rocks and takes 25% on the switch-in, it's fine because it heals 30% when it switches out. So yeah, I think Tornadus T is going to be amazing on his team, and he didn't already have a flying type, so it helps him out with that. And I'm not sure if it's another defogger. It might get defogged. I'm not sure, but yeah. So now he's gonna pick up a Wrap Spinner from tier 5. He's gonna grab Sand Slash. Sand Slash is just your standard tier 5 Rapid Spinner. Okay, it really doesn't do much at all. It can hit Earthquake and do quite a bit of damage. It can be defensive. Yeah, it's not very good, but like, it can set up rocks and it can spin them away, and it's something that he kind of needed because he only had Defog right now, and his rock setter was pretty much Celebi at this point, which wasn't very good. And now this pick was just kind of filler. He needed another tier 5 to stay within the coin limit, and he's actually just gonna grab Beedrill. It's just gonna be spending some money on something that he can like just dump later on. Or not dump later on, but like not really have to use that much. So yeah, I don't see Beedrill really doing anything at all. But maybe he might try to use it in 1 or 2 weeks. It would be cool to see him try to use it, but I'm not sure he's going to. And especially with this last pick, which is actually just going to be Xatu. Xatu has a lot of hidden potential. It can hit pretty hard, especially if you give it the choice specs. It also does get some good like coverage moves. It gets flying and psychic stab, as well as fairy moves. It gets grass moves. I'm pretty sure it gets fire moves, as well as hidden power. Even though everything gets it, it helps out with coverage. It definitely does. So pretty much it can get a move from a lot of different types. And if you give it Specs or Scarf, it can hit kind of hard. It can also be a defensive Magic Bouncer with Tailwind, Toxic, U-Turn, Protect, Roof Stall. It can do a lot of things, so that's why I think it's not the worst thing for his team. But if you guys have any suggestions for this team, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And yeah, I will. If you enjoyed this draft overlook, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in hopefully week 1 of the PSN. And yeah, I'll see you guys then. Bye bye. What the heck? Bye.